What up, what up, what up? Yours truly, Mr. J Woods, and you know what it is. Yours truly, I'm here. It's Vibrations, the podcast, on location in Chi-Town. I'm in Chicago, right? And I'm feeling real nostalgic. If you can't see, you know what I'm saying? I got the hat flipped up, got the shades, you know what I mean? Because the show, this week's episode, is all about the 90s. And I got my brother here, Jason G.
What's going on,
You know
man?
what I'm saying? Mr. Zumble himself.
What's up,
You know
man?
what I'm
We
saying?
out here.
If you don't know, Zumble is a company all about the 90s.
All
Everything is about the 90s.
Nostalgia.
Right. The good times.
Yeah.
The good years.
Yep.
And he's got these trivia games about some of your favorite TV shows.
Martin, Fresh Prince,
Huh?
A Different World.
Okay.
Come on, like
What
Living
else you got?
Single.
Okay.
Come on, what else we got? We got
I seen the 90s R&B joint.
Oh yeah, we got the 90s R&B. We
Okay.
got to keep it 90s R&B.
Uh-huh.
We got the romantic cinema with Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar, Love Jones.
Okay.
Hey man, we bringing people together.
I seen
That's
you
what
got a
it's about.
Friday joint.
We got
I
Friday
could do that
Coming
one.
to America.
I could do the Friday
Coming
one.
to America.
I could do the Friday trivia.
Oh, you know we got something down the pipeline that's about to drop.
Matter of fact, now before we even talk about what's down the pipeline, I done did my research.
Okay, what you learn?
So about 3 years ago, you dropped the Insecure box
Oh yeah,
about the Insecure show.
yeah, we got all 3 seasons of Insecure.
I've
All
seen
3.
one episode.
You only seen one episode?
One
Hey,
episode.
Man, you missing out.
And the one episode I seen, I was getting my hair done. I think it was one of the first seasons, like the original joints. And Shorty went to like a house party. Like her coworker, the dude she had a little crush on, was his birthday or something like that.
Yeah,
he had a little house party.
Okay, yeah.
And she thought she was gonna try to holler
Holla
at
at
him.
him, nah.
Nah, but the other chick cock blocked all that.
Yeah, man. Insecure it's a big show. Even though we do a lot of 90s stuff,
Right.
our demographic is
Still
mostly
watching.
women.
Right.
And they watch that stuff.
Right.
You know, so we had to bring the Insecure out for them
Okay.
so they could be able to watch the show, enjoy the game, and that's what we do. We see what the people like, what they gravitate towards,
Right.
and then we create based on that. So
Okay.
we'll step out the 90s box a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Well, listen, here at Vibrations, the podcast, man, we just like to talk about any and everything because, like I said, the whole world moves off some type of vibration.
Yep.
And in the 90s, people was doing a whole lot of vibrating.
Hey, man, if we want to dive deep into the vibrations of the 90s, it was real different. The stuff they was doing in the 90s, can't do today.
No, not at all.
It was wilding in the 90s.
Damn, I miss the 90s.
I do too, man. Every time I think about it, every time we do something different and it's revolving around that, it just take me back to
Okay.
thinking like, man, why? What happened?
Right.
What did we...
Yeah, there's
where
no
did it
R&B
all
like
go
90s
left?
R&B.
Not even close.
There's no R&B like 90s R&B.
Not even close. 90s R&B is its own genre.
Right.
Like it's not. It's R&B and there's 90s R&B.
Absolutely.
90s R&B. Because even if somebody creates something, you know, that's ballad heavy, full of instruments, we'll say that's 90s R&B.
It's a 90s vibe, right?
Yeah, you know, now it's full of 808s and heavy beats and beat pads and machines. It's not the same, man. And auto-tune, nah, it ain't the same.
So, first and foremost, I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, man.
You know, we've been chopping it up for a long time.
it's been
I
a
say,
minute.
look,
It's been a couple years
we
now.
need to link up and make something happen.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you, how did you started it with your brother, right?
Yep, my brother,
Your
my
brother-
little brother.
your little brother,
yeah,
Rich,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yep. He a
Okay.
year younger than me.
Yeah, I know, right?
My brother,
I seen that.
my brother's like,
But he taller than
He
you.
taller than you. I was just gonna say, my brother
Right.
like 6'4", you know.
Yeah.
But my little big brother, we got different dads. His dad was tall. Mine, he wasn't that tall, you know. But it's
Okay.
all good though.
Right.
Yeah. So we started this about 3 years ago. I had quit my job. But originally, when I quit my job, it wasn't to even make trivia games. This was like the last thing
Right.
to happen. When I originally quit my job in 2016, it was to start an app. I wanted to create me an app.
Okay.
I was gonna create an app. That kind of didn't work out. I didn't have the resources or nothing like that. Then I was gonna get into doing like this exclusive kind of clothing line. That didn't really work out. And then one day I just happened to go to a game night. Niggas was out playing spades. You got a bunch of people on their phones, not really. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, damn, I could create
It's a whole
something.
demographic.
I could create something
it's a
that
whole
bring
demographic
all these
that ain't
people
touched.
together.
That ain't touched.
I went home the next day, and I was like, you know what? I was already doing the Martin T-shirts.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was like, shit, let me make the Martin trivia game. I went on Google how to make blah 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 blah. It popped up. I went and figured out how to do all the artwork and everything. Ordered a prototype, $40, because I had to get it shipped from overseas.
Yeah.
I ordered a prototype, got it, put it online, jokingly like, we selling these coming out. Back then we only had like 4,000 followers, but about 200 of them was like, oh, I need that. Right then and there I was like, we got something.
Yeah.
That's all you need. All you need is about 100 people, because I know it's 100 more people. And
100 people know. 100 people know at least one person.
That's all. You
see what I'm saying?
And that's all you need. And when people get the game, they're gonna post it on their stuff. Now you bringing all this organic traffic in, and that's how it all started. And the rest was history.
Okay.
We're still here today.
So I'm assuming you maybe in your 30s if you know so much about 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in 30s.
Okay. You look young. I give you that.
Man, I take care of myself, man.
Drink
I
water, mind your business.
Mind my business.
Mind your damn
push-ups,
business.
Jump some rope or something. But
Right.
like I don't do no hard drugs or nothing. Never been in that. I played sports growing up, so I keep it youthful.
Born and raised in Chicago.
Yeah, I was born. We left Chicago and moved to Jackson, Mississippi when I was in 4th grade.
Okay.
Because when I was growing up in Chicago, we was living on 47th in Indiana, and we was living in the hood.
Okay.
This is when it was bad. So
Right.
we were staying there. My grandmother was worried that something would happen to me and my brother, because the gangs, the drugs was.
It's Chicago.
We're Chicago.
It's Chicago.
So we moved to Jackson, Mississippi when I was in like 4th grade, which was a great thing for us. We played sports. We stayed out of trouble, but the education system was different there. But then, ironically, we moved back to Chicago when I was a junior in high school. And the crazy part about it is we moved back into the same neighborhood we left. We moved like right up the street to like 51st and Wabash.
That's Hyde Park.
Yeah, no.
That's not Hyde Park?
It's close.
Close to Hyde Park?
It's like a hop, skip, and a jump
Okay.
to Hyde Park. But we were staying right across from the Robert Taylor homes. And
Okay.
this is again, this late 90s. It was crazy. I remember my first day I went to DuSable High School, one of the worst high schools in Chicago, coming from Mississippi where it was never no fights, nothing like that. To come in, the first day I get to school, metal detectors. I'm like, oh shit.
Wow, man.
What did I walk into?
Fair East Side.
Man, pretty much. That's what I walked into.
Fair
I'm like,
East
I'm
Side
scared
High.
as hell.
Right.
They like, when y'all leave school, don't leave out on the side of State Street because the gangs is at war. I'm like, wait, what? But
16, 17 years old, you like,
hey man,
it's rough.
but
Yeah.
I'm glad we came back, because what it did was it helped us build character, help us
Right.
build that thick skin we need to navigate through this world that we was about to start navigating through. So, it was a blessing in disguise. It was.
Word.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not far from it. I'm from Indiana.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
I know a
for
little
sure.
I know a little bit about Chicago.
Okay.
We used to definitely come for the taste. But you gotta go to the taste during the day.
You got to go during the day.
Because when the sun go down, get on about it.
Especially when did you leave?
So this probably would have been like 90, probably about 96, 97.
Okay, yeah. Like that was back then. You go to the taste, your ass better be gone, especially if you're not from Chicago.
Get on
because
about
the
it.
weapons were drawn. The weapons were drawn. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the taste of Chicago.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the games. What was the first trivia game? What was the first one?
Martin Trivia.
Martin Trivia.
Yeah. That was the one we posted online. I remember I got the game. I'm in the basement. I'm like, oh shit. They wasn't even in boxes. They was in plastic cases with a plastic bag wrapped over them. Like,
Right.
that was just how we started. I put them online, and I was just like, these people really want this game. I did a pre-sale for a day. We got maybe like 200 orders, and I'm like, cool. I could get that. Plus, I can get overhead.
Right.
And we just started building.
Because then you can put it back in there. You can put it back.
Yeah, we could re-up. And it was taking time. We wasn't making no money. We wasn't making no money off of it or nothing, but we were building something.
You was
that
building a
people would
brand.
want. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So what was the second show? Fresh Prince?
Yeah, it was Fresh Prince. Then
So, because people ask me all the time, like, Fresh Prince or Martin, which one do you? And I tell them, as an adult, I'm Martin.
Yeah.
Now, as a kid, I probably was leaning more towards Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't understand some of the jokes.
Yeah.
Some of the the jokes in Martin was for the adults.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part about it is my grandmother wouldn't let us look at Martin when we were kids. One day it was me, my brother, and my grandmother. We was watching Martin, and Martin, it was the episode he had on the free Mike Tyson. I said free Mike Tyson T-shirt, and my grandmother, and this was when he went to jail for
rape. It happened in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
it happened in
full circle. But we were watching it, and my
Indianapolis.
grandma was like, "Why the hell does he have on a free Mike Tyson T-shirt?" And she was like, "I'm calling Fox to try to boycott Martin."
Grandma wasn't playing no
y'all
games.
not looking at Martin no more. So that's crazy that something she wouldn't let us look at was something that eventually helped us become entrepreneurs, become businessmen.
Right.
That show is
because
what
now,
started.
I'm definitely Team Martin.
Yeah.
Over Fresh Prince, but like I said,
yeah,
as a kid, like you said, some of the stuff we couldn't watch.
We couldn't watch that,
or we just didn't
understand. Yeah, when Martin was more in your face. And again, it was the jokes. We were kids, so the jokes we didn't really understand. It wasn't funny to us, as a kid.
As goofy as, because we understood Goofy from Carlton. You know what I'm saying? We understood
it was a childish Goofy.
Yeah.
Whereas Martin was more mature.
Absolutely.
Goofy, or funny, as we would say. So, yeah, it was tough trying to grow up and watch some of this stuff. Yeah, my grandmother, she wasn't having it, but she let us listen to 90s R&B.
Oh, you got to believe it now. You better believe it, because the house gonna get clean.
Hey, that's what it was.
The house gonna get clean.
That's what it was. We were in the house. My mom's cleaning up. Now, this one we growing up in Chicago, before all the R. Kelly stuff, but he was big. I mean, he was big in Chicago.
And we in Chicago, so I'm going to say this. And fuck you, it's my podcast. That's what I'm telling people.
Man, talking shit.
As the stuff that Kels has done, maybe as a person, I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
But when it comes to the music, you have to respect the music part.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on who you are. Some people can't separate the
two
artist from the music.
You can't. I get it.
People, okay, I respect that, but for me, I grew up listening he plays. It's like the soundtrack to my childhood.
Right.
But my mom, my grandmother adopted us. So when we moved to Mississippi, she wasn't originally there. But then she eventually came like a year later, and then she came with all the R. Kelly CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
And she used to be cleaning up, listening to Born into the 90s, and that's my relationship with my mom's through that music. So therefore, I can't just throw away my childhood like that. And even growing up, when we came back, I mean, I still got songs on my playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I understand if don't nobody agree with that.
No, absolutely. And I mean, I have sisters.
Yeah.
I have a niece. You know what I'm saying?
All of it, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And I completely.
Yeah.
I'm completely was with the whole victims and things of that nature. Absolutely. Because as an adult, you go back and look at it like the signs are there.
Yeah.
The signs are there.
For sure.
But if you take away, like I said, if you can attempt to separate the person from the music, the music is timeless.
Man, we were talking about.
I mean, because I'm gonna be real with you. To this day, as much as people hate, you can play Contagious right now, and y'all still gonna be like, I shouldn't have came home with this
you
bitch.
Play Feeling on Your Booty, go do.
It's just like,
man, this is they going crazy.
Yeah,
But like I say, we do these 90s R&B karaoke events, and we don't play no R. Kelly, because a large demographic is women.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect that.
Absolutely.
My number one rule with anybody that we work with or anything we do, never disrespect black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big thing, and we never want to put them in a position where they feel uncomfortable with anything that we're doing. But in my household, in my earpod,
at the crib,
on my Apple Music, come on, man. When slow dance come on, man, come on, man. I'm body rolling. I'm into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it just is what it is.
So we talking 90s R&B.
Yes, sir.
Put you on the spot. Top 3 90s R&B songs. I'm gonna say 3.
My top 3?
Your top 3.
Oh, that's easy. Only When You're Lonely by Genuine. It was on his first album. Actually, it was one of his singles on that album. Let's Make Love.
That's off the 100%.
No.
The Bachelor.
That's The Bachelor.
Off the Bachelor album.
Yeah, Let's Make Love, Silk. And I mean, I could toss up with number 3. We in Chicago, so I'm going to say Slow Dance. Hey, Mr. DJ.
Absolutely.
But I say public announcement.
Okay, well then give me your number one slept on R&B artist then.
Ooh, number one slept on R&B artist. It's not an artist, but I'm gonna go with a group intro.
Okay.
You know, they remade Ribbon in the Sky, Come Inside, Let Me Be, Me, like super slept on. Like their first album, actually I had wrote this article about it the other day saying how their initial album is one of the greatest R&B albums that nobody's ever talked about. Right. Nobody's ever heard. I remember the first time I heard it, my mom's used to have the CDs just sitting around the house. And I just picked up the intro album and tossed that in and I'm like,
it's all right.
It's all right right here.
Right.
Yeah, so it's one of those albums that's, a soundtrack to my childhood.
I was a big Genuine fan as a kid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Babyface, big Babyface fan because Babyface is from Indianapolis.
Indiana. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's from Indianapolis, and my aunt, we were neighbors to the Edmonds family.
Oh, yeah?
You see what I'm saying? So I've seen him.
Okay.
I've actually, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was always cool. I mean, obviously, being from Indiana, everything was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gary, Indiana.
Right over the way.
Yeah.
Just, Gary ain't nothing but hop skip from where we at.
Gary ain't nowhere but a hop skip from Chicago.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
exactly, yeah. So, but 90s R&B, man, you can't take away from it. I don't care if you 25 or 55.
Man, the music.
Somebody fucking to 90s R&B, first off.
Oh, man, don't even get me started on that, man. But it just evoked a different type of emotion in you when you hear it. The music, it speaks to you. It speaks to different scenarios that you've been through. Whether it's, a heartbreak, losing the person that you love, begging for the person that you love. Everybody can relate to that or been through a lot of those scenarios that music, brings. And even, that when you listening to it, I mean, you singing it, like you really
feel it
with that emotion and feeling it. So,
because I swear, you can't tell me I don't sing "Come and Talk to Me" when I'm drunk.
Come on, man.
No, let me tell you, so if we was to do a 90s karaoke, right? I'm gonna tell you now, my karaoke song is not really 90s; it's early 2000s.
Okay, early 2000s is right up there too.
You know what I'm saying?
Some early 2000s that kind of resemble.
I get a couple tequilas in my system. I'm singing Dave Hollister. One woman man.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what we're taking it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know where you from, right?
Where you from?
You from here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I just thought when I'm drunk, that's definitely the song that my karaoke song. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think. Karaoke, I'm probably going to go with So Anxious.
Oh, yeah.
So Anxious.
Maybe when I was skinnier.
Yeah.
Because then I could body roll a little bit. nigga got muffins.
Go to the more relatable. When you were,
I got muffins. I can't do the roll no more. I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I'm in my KC bag. KC slender dark skinned guy.
Okay. They from where I'm at now. They from North Carolina. Right.
Yes, sir.
So
I'm definitely So Anxious, or maybe even Donnell Jones, Where I Wanna Be. That hit.
Yeah.
That hit hard.
That do.
The karaoke.
That do. But that, for me, is that Dave Hollister. I don't know what that mean, though. They twiddly. No.
Hey, whatever it means, say it again for the people in the back, because people, they go crazy when they hear that part. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, like with the Dave Hollister, I felt like that song, it was so real to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's so funny running into you. Has to be 3 years since we last seen each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
I want to fuck. But I got to go home to my baby boo.
But that's the type of music, that they made. Those scenarios, that's real stuff that men go through. And I'm sure women go through the same thing.
Right.
Some dude they used to mess with, blew the back out. That was it. Seen them. She got a man. Now probably married. See him. And now she have a flashback. Man, imagine being that guy, man. You like your girl. She out partying and shit. You at the crib chilling, having a good time, baby.
Right.
She out there ran into him. And, man, come on, man. They at the bar. He whispering in her ear. Man, come on,
listen. that long, slow walk away. Yeah, man.
Chill out, man.
So, all right. So, we talked about the 90s R&B. Now, let me ask you, before we get off the music tip.
Okay.
I know you was doing 90s karaoke. Yeah. That was an event that we were doing before the COVID hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what was the response from the people?
Man, we was traveling. We was selling out venues. We talking about 500-600 people coming to venues. We sold out Houston. We sold out in Atlanta twice. We sold out in New York. We sold out in DC twice. We actually, before the COVID hit, we had Philly lined up. We had LA lined up. And it was getting so big, we actually had an event we were going to have an event at the Barclays where the Brooklyn Nets played.
Absolutely.
We was going to have an event there, 90s R&B karaoke. You know, that would have just took this and blew it out the park. Somebody, the person who's I think my brother told me the CEO there now came to our year anniversary in New York to our event. And it was like, oh, this shit is dope. Y'all got to come do this at our 90s event after a WNBA game.
Right.
We was going to blow the roof off of that motherfucker.
Yeah,
we was ready.
That's
man.
dope. That's dope, man.
So people were loving it, man. If you grew up in that era, you know what's missing. And we was restoring the feeling. We was restoring the feeling, and it just like it just got ripped away. But it's cool,
that damn
though.
Big Rona.
Yeah, man, it's cool,
Big Rona.
Because when it's over,
we got your ass,
but
Big
you know
Rona.
what though? But I when I was talking to my brother, I was like, it's cool because now when all of this is over and everybody is out free, not worried about catching nothing, they gonna see stuff like that and be like, oh, I'm not missing it this time.
Yeah,
I'm not
they
taking
itching for
granted.
it. They itching for it. Yeah,
they ready.
It's a
they
demand.
Ready.
Like
they ready.
There's no drugs running through the city. They fiending for
we
it.
gonna let the beat
that
build.
90s drug. That's a 90s drug. It's a drug.
We bringing it, man.
It's
we
a
bringing
90s
it.
drug.
Like, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
So let's get back to the trivia games.
Let's get back to it.
As you said, I got the TV show. I got the big box joint.
You got the big box.
You know what I mean? With a slew of different.
Family Matters, Jamie Foxx,
Different
everybody
World,
from Wayne's Brothers, yeah, man.
Cosby's,
yeah.
First off, who's coming up with the questions? You and your brother?
Yeah.
So y'all have to watch all these goddamn shows now.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of this stuff we know by heart. You know what I'm saying? Like we just know this stuff,
right?
But we do watch it as I'm watching it.
Taking notes.
That'd be a good question. I mean, if that's what I do full time, imagine you at
TV.
work for 8 hours. If I say for 8 hours, I'm gonna sit here and watch
90 TV shows and take notes.
What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? And being at work, doing an Excel spreadsheet, same difference.
Right.
So, yeah.
So did y'all break it up like, all right, bro, you got Martin, I'm gonna do Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, we split it. We split the stuff up and we do the stuff and we create the questions. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some of them questions is kind of hard.
Yeah, and
I think one of for me, over the past, I've seen the online trivia games and stuff on social media and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's something else right there.
So some of the questions that get me, I'll be like, what season was so-and-so episode? And you were like,
But you know what though? This is the thing. This is why you create the questions, because we'll post this stuff and people would be like, nobody can beat me in this. Everybody is an expert when they see this stuff, or they think they're an expert. So if you're an expert, I gotta test your knowledge. When them people go on Jeopardy, you never hear the people on Jeopardy being like, damn, that was hard, or I didn't know that them questions on Jeopardy be hard as hell.
Right.
So why can't these be hard? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I challenge you?
Right.
You gonna learn something.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
So matter of fact,
having fun and you learn.
Let me bust this box open.
I don't know.
Come on now. So you know this your game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick a random one. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pick a random one. I'm gonna shuffle this thing up like some cards.
Only one, cause I don't know.
I'm gonna just do one.
Up like some bicycle cards.
I'm gonna just do one. We're gonna just do one. We're gonna put you one on the spot. One on the spot.
Let's go.
All right.
Shit. This created this game like 2 years ago.
I know. All right. This one ain't too hard.
All right.
This one ain't too hard. The show is Fresh Prince.
All right.
Which one of the following actresses guest starred as Dee Dee on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Is it A, Queen Latifah, B, Halle Berry, C, Tyra Banks, or D, Tisha Campbell?
Gotta be Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Am I right?
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man.
It's some bullshit, man. It's your game, man.
Yeah, man, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I know a little something.
That's it. That's why I was like, that one ain't
Yeah,
too hard.
I'm glad you didn't give me a hard one, man. You embarrass me
Put
out here.
on your about
you create.
You don't even know your shit.
Even know your shit.
So,
Yeah.
have you honestly ever gotten to a point where you were stuck? Like, has your brother ever been able to like trump you? Who's better in these trivia games, you or your brother?
I am. I'm more in it. My brother, he more so is handles the business side, the partnership side. But not that he don't know, he knows, but I know.
Right.
I'm engulfed in this stuff every day.
Come on, yeah, fellas. Yeah, you good? Come on.
Yeah, we do a bunch of.
But you got to. But to come through here, we got a trivia question for you. Come on through, brother. Come on through. Yeah, we live, man. You never know. Yeah, but we're doing a little trivia, 90s trivia. Are you fairly good with your 90s TV shows? You think so? Okay. All right. We're gonna put you on the spot. It's 90s TV shows trivia, real quick. I'm live on my podcast. I'm Jay Woods, by the way, my man.
How y'all doing?
All right, that's my man Jason. This is his company with the 90s trivia games. All right, we're gonna pick one on the spot. Here we go. The TV show is gonna be the Bernie Mac show. Okay? The question: what was Bernie Mac's full last name on the Bernie Mac show? Was it A. McDonald, B. McCullough, C. McDaniels, or D. McDowell? McCullough? There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. So that's what it's all about, man. We live right now, Vibrations of Pocket.
But that's a perfect example of what these card games do. They bring people together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go anywhere. You pull these card games out, you got everybody's attention. And that's what it was about. It was never about, making money off of it or anything like that. It was about bringing people together to share these experiences so they can go home and wake up the next day and be like, damn, I can't believe I didn't know that. Or damn, I had such a good time answering these trivia questions, man. And that's all I'm about.
So what was the first movie that you got into? When you did the first movie?
The first movie we did was Friday.
First movie, a trivia
game.
The first
thing we did was Friday.
Now that one, I'm telling you, hey, look, Jay, listen. That one, I think I could goddamn move with that one. I think I'm gonna do that.
About Coming to America?
I'm pretty good at Coming to America.
I
am pretty good at Coming to America.
We hadn't really got into the movie bag as much as I would like to, but actually, we got some movies coming out. Some some variety box with different movies like The Hood.
I seen you had like a 4, like it was like The Wood.
Yeah, so that's
The Wood, Loving Basketball, Brown Sugar, and the Brothers.
That's our
what was
the best man. That's our romantic cinema edition that we had. I remember we was actually a couple years ago, me and my brother, we was in Atlanta doing a Martin trivia event. We was in a hotel room and we was like, man, we should have a game come out for Valentine's Day. And we was like, well, shit, let's do like this romantic cinema type of game. And that was the one, we came up with that in the hotel room on some Valentine's Day. Somebody could play at the night of Valentine's Day. You get a question wrong, you got to strip or something.
Take something off.
Take a shot. But we got another one. We got a couple coming out that, we working on.
Yeah, no, that'll be fun. Now, since we're talking about movies. You know what I'm saying? You got a little special project coming out that you're working on, director? Director Jason?
Yeah, man. We shooting tomorrow. Shooting a short film. Actually, we got a short film called Varnell.
Right, I seen that.
And directed that's coming out on the 25th of this month. Man, I'm excited about it, man.
So you're doing a short film on Varnell from the Varnell Hill Show?
Yeah,
it's a play.
Yeah,
it's a play on the
words. It's a play off of that. So a lot of the things that I create, I try to base it around different TV shows, different movies, characters, because I know that stuff like that resonate with people. Like when they see Varnell, that's the first thing they're gonna think about is the Martin Show anyway.
Right.
But I try to.
So is it like a rise to how he became Varnell?
No, not really. It's just a character name. It's about a guy that's having this internal conflict about quitting his job. So his name just happens to be Varnell.
Right.
So You know, like I say, I try to create things based on things that people are familiar with.
Right.
Because, like I say, stuff like that resonate with people. If they familiar with it, they are more likely, if they scroll in and stop and be like, oh, what is that? I know who Varnell is, or I think I do.
Right.
You know, so I understand the world that we live in.
That's dope.
And anything that I create, I try to base it on stuff that I know people. Like when you listen, watch some of our short films, you will hear a lot of quotes from different movies because that's how we talk. You know, I talk to my friends. We go out and be like, nigga, I ain't paying the $5.
I ain't paying the $5.
You know what I mean when I say that. So when you listen to, when you watch
sit your thick ass down before you get tossed up.
You get tossed up. That's what Jerome told Nips Cole in the fucking
in the corner store.
In the corner store.
Sit your thick ass.
Rashidi's, yeah. You know, so that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Because I mean, I know for a fact to this day, everybody's still giving them the GTD.
Yeah.
When the fellas, GTD.
GTD? I don't need to say nothing else. Did you GTD? Hey, if you don't know, you know.
Draws got the draw.
Bro, if you know, you know. If you don't, that's on you.
Right.
But yeah, actually, we got a GTD playlist dropping tomorrow. So, look, man. This is what I'm glad you brought that up, man, because this is what I'm about, man. I'm about creating a platform. You know, that's what Zumba is turning into now, because now if you go there, it's not just the trivia games.
No.
You know, we really going into a media direction. I understand where the world is going, but it's also I wanted to create this platform for creatives. People write these different articles about their favorite movies, music, TV shows, people that just want to break this creative strain that they may be in. Here you go, you write it, I'll post it on our website. Do you think you got a playlist that's called 90's music, hip-hop, R&B? Give it to me, I'll post it. I don't want no credit. You do your thing, whatever it may be.
Just create the platform.
Just create, man. Like I want a platform. I don't want nothing from nobody. Here, do your thing.
So that's the evolution of Zumble.
That's the evolution.
So now that we talking about the evolution of Zumble.
Okay.
Tell me how Republican and Co. started. Republican and Co. Because that's what it started, right? Because I done did my research.
You did your research.
You see what I'm saying?
Republican Co. started in 2014. So this is just so people know that we didn't just start doing this. This didn't happen overnight. We started this 2013, 2014. I was working at the Art Institute as a financial aid officer. And I remember my supervisor one day came to work. It was raining. And I got laid off. I went home. I was going to get unemployment. I got unemployment for 2 years straight.
Right.
Come on, give me that. But one night, me and my friends, we went out to a party. We had just got these shirts that said Revenge of the Nerds. People was like, well, y'all get them shirts? I'm like, shit, we made these. So then I was like, damn, let's just start creating t-shirts. Cashed out my 401k, went and got the heat press, got the vinyl machine. We was in there. If you know about the vinyl machine with the cut with the X-Acto knife, cutting, peeling, you got this heat press on 500 degrees down there.
Hot in there.
Hot as hell. Me and my best friend in my studio apartment, sweating bullets, summer, Chicago. We was in there sweating, making shirts. You know, that didn't kind of go the way we wanted it. And then like a year or two later, that's when we started making the Martin shirts. You know, and it's like, shit, we're going to be Republican company. Because originally, our shit was called Dapper Dweeb. It was supposed to be about these intelligent dudes that was fly.
You know, like the Kanye, the Kanye
vibe. That's what we was on. You know, but that didn't work out, so it was like, we got to change our name. You know, I'm like, okay, we'll just change it to Republican Co. I don't even know where I got that name from, but that's what it was. And it was like that up until 2 years ago. That's what it was called. And then it was like,
where did Zumba come from?
Man. So when we was Republican Company, we was at the height of the trivia game. I mean, we got partnerships with Charlamagne, Chris Paul posting our stuff. You know, Martin in the comments like, oh, this shit is dope, sending us DMs. But I wanted to go in another direction. I wanted to kind of say, we could do this on our own. We don't need nobody's name to be able to continue this and create. You know, so we had stopped working. You know, our deal with Charlamagne had, you know, when it took its course, it was over. And I was just like, I want to do something different. You know, so I was like, looking up I'm like, what are my favorite brands, you know, or the brands that everybody like? We talking about like the Googles, the Amazons, the Nikes. And it's like, what do all of these brands got in common? The first thing is they all one word. Our shit was Republican Company. This is long ass name. So I'm like, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make it one word. So then I was like, how can I describe our business? And I'm thinking like, okay, we got a trivia game, so I'm typing in, assortment and, a lot, and, jumble kept coming up. And I was like, well, we can't use that, so I'm gonna take the J off and add a Z, and the Z is like a representation of zillions, just a lot. So it's like
a lot,
Zumbo.
a lot
Z,
together.
Yeah, so the Z is supposed to be like a zillion, because we're going to have all of these trivia games. It ain't going to just be our games, but we're going to have trivia games from other black-owned businesses.
Absolutely.
Eventually. We got somebody coming on in a couple months, so it's like, that's what I want to do, build this platform, the Amazon of trivia games, and we needed it to be one word, and that's where it just stuck.
That's super creative.
It's stuck. Yeah. So anytime somebody like, I can't come up with a business name, just make it one word. You need Netflix. All of this stuff is easy stuff to remember. And the word Zumble is like, I created that word. When people say Zumble, I just sit back and be like, damn, I created something out of thin air that people, like, they say that shit in their regular life. Like, I got this from Zumble, like, something that I created.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. So, like, with the TV show and the big games and the trivia games, and what do you see Zumble? I know you said you're moving forward to creating a platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like your next, without giving too much, because
You know what, man? I had no problem saying too much, because even the people watching, and most people ain't gonna do shit. Most people will look at it and be like, damn, I could do that.
But they never do it.
It's all about putting in that work.
Right.
Most people don't want to put in that work. But, I mean, we transitioning into media. That's where the world is going, content creation, media. My big thing now is I want to start writing short films, screenplays, directing, doing a little acting on the side. I'm actually the short film we start shooting tomorrow. I'm the lead actor.
Okay.
And that's the direction that I want to go in. You know what I'm saying? Like, the trivia games is cool, but I want to evolve. I'm all about evolving. Every 2 or 3 years, I figure out what's new.
Because I would say this with the Instagram trivia games, it's an energy. The energy is
actually that is what took me to that next level when I started doing the Instagram game shows, because throughout this whole process, nobody knew who I was or who was really behind this. Because a lot of times people would be like, damn, I hope don't know white people own this, because people would really think that.
Feeling like culture vultures.
Yeah, like they didn't know that because we were never really that visible. So me and my brother, and the people that I talk to, I say this quarantine was the best thing that could have happened to us.
Right.
But for me as a brand or us as a business, because it made me put myself out there more. Getting on Instagram, doing these trivia game show, making a fool of myself. I'm on there sweating bullets.
Right. Having a good
time. But what that did was, I saw our business like go to another level that I wasn't even expecting. But it just became, people felt more like, they knew me, like, I know this guy, like, this is my cousin,
right?
Or this is one of my friends. He's silly, he know the 90s, he bringing us into his world, and that's, the game show, man, like, I love it, like, it's fun. I need to do another one.
I'll be seeing it. I'll be tuned in. I'll be like, man, hell no, I ain't getting it.
I remember I saw you in there one day. I'm like, what up, my guy? I see you in there.
Let me get on about it. Yeah, I ain't playing this game. Nope. You ain't about to embarrass me.
Like, I appreciate it. Like, people just honestly got a chance to see me and see that I'm really about that life.
Right.
This life.
So what do you think? If you wasn't doing, if you didn't have Zumble, if Zumble wasn't your baby, what would Jason be doing right now?
Man, I don't know, man. I went to college, man. I got a master's degree. I did all of that. I probably would still be working. Like, before I was, my last job, I was an educational specialist for the Upper Barrel program, a college readiness program for high school students. So, I love working with kids. So I probably would be doing something like that, working, helping kids get into college or figure out what they gonna do with their life. I probably would be doing that, because I actually enjoy doing that.
Right.
It was still some constraints. I don't like people telling me what to do. I like moving.
How you want to move?
I want to move how I want to move. Like, some days I want to wake up and be like, I ain't doing none of this trivia shit. I'm going to stay in the bed for a couple hours extra, But, then it was like, it was just too structured. I operate better when it's a little
you got to, when you're back against the wall.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know, some days you just don't know if you're gonna make a sale or not, and I don't really have to wake up. I don't really worry about that, but you know, there's some tough times with this stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, and everybody not built for this. Everybody not built to do what we do.
Entrepreneurship is rough.
It is, man.
But
it
it's
really is.
It's liberating.
It's fulfilling. And then
you know what I'm saying?
Like
you free like a bird. Like you say on Coming to America. Like a bird. Like a bird.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like I got a purpose in life. Every day I wake up, I feel like I got a mission. I know what I'm trying to do. I know that I'm just trying to bring people together. I'm trying to keep that 90s feel, bring that back. That's what I want to do. And that's why I really want to get into creating film and doing the 90s R&B, because I want to restore that feeling.
Absolutely.
Or I'm going to die trying.
Like, and I mean, me personally, I've gotten into the point where I'm starting to enjoy the acting side, or you know, the skits in the short film. I do this goofy
like
ass
I said,
that
like,
pastor.
I saw you posted, like I was laughing. I wasn't even expecting it. Like I'm like, you know, that's creative,
right?
You know, and that's the world that we live in, and that's why I'm like, we gotta get into the media stuff because it's consumed. And I was so opposed to like memes and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah.
How can I incorporate what I do with what's now? It's like, how do I modernize the 90s? How can I add the 90s to certain memes and all of this different stuff? So
let me ask you this: with all the TV shows that you have indulged in, that you've dove into, that you've really took the time out to learn, what 90s character does Jason like? Which character do you fit in? Like, you know what I'm saying, out of all the TV shows that you've been involved or that you know about or you've done your research on, which 90s character is like, I can relate to him?
I probably was gonna say Martin, man. I probably would say like the stuff that Martin went through throughout the course of that TV show. I've been through that. You know, he quit his job to go to LA to be on the Varnell Hill show.
To sing with Jodeci.
He wanted his moment. He quit his job. He went through points where, you know, he was trying to find himself. When he went to the cult, I went through moments where I was like, who the hell am I? I had to go to therapy for, you know, because I was losing my mind. You have all this success, all of this attention coming to you. You just don't know what to do. I've been through that. And Martin, everything that he went through, relationships, all of that stuff, I've been through that. So I was like, I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
Right.
So, but right now I'm on my Varnell Hill shit.
Did you miss me?
Did you miss me? You know, if you're in Hollywood sometime soon, you can be on my show. You know, like I'm on my Varnell Hill.
You come through Chicago, holla at me.
You can be on my show. Like that's what I want to be telling people now. But yeah, like I would definitely consider it, you know, Martin as well my plight.
All right, so this is a conversation that I've had with somebody.
Okay.
Let's start with Martin. Even with Martin, in my opinion, Gina wasn't that attractive. She was okay.
Pam.
But that goddamn Pam, boy. Huh?
Boy.
Huh?
Well,
that thing thicker than cold peanut butter, was
grits.
Huh? You ever try to put a cold peanut butter on a sandwich?
The catfish is delicious. That's right. Boy, she was beautiful as early.
But I will say this.
Wine.
Out of the 90s shows, I think my 90s crushes was Fancy from the Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, okay.
And Holly Robinson Peete from Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper? You rock with me? People don't... Come on, man. Mr. Cooper had two of them.
Yeah.
Stand with him. Like the Black
the
Jack
crib,
Tripper.
and he did 10 days in the league.
For the Golden State Warriors. Come on, man. Yeah,
right.
Man. Nah, man. It was always Pam for me.
Pam.
It was always Pam for me.
She was healthy, boy.
Ooh, your name must be Bunny.
Because you look so fluffy. It's like you look so fluffy.
Man.
Yeah,
yes,
most doubt. Yeah, but now that Fancy, goddamn Fancy.
She was it.
Hey, but I ain't gonna hold you. Will had some things through the season, through the Fresh Prince though.
Oh, but he had stars coming
through. He had all of them.
He had Nia.
He had Queen Latifah.
Tyra Banks.
No, when he had Vanessa Williams, I say nigga goddamn.
No, but when he had Stacey Dash on there.
The young Stacey
Come
Dash.
on, man. Oh, yeah.
But well,
Man, he had, man, come on, man.
I don't even know what shorty name was. The joint when they was in the mall, he met her in the mall, and she ended up showing up to the Halloween party on some Cinderella shit.
Damn,
she was bad.
Man. Will kept him, though. Will kept him, man.
She was bad.
Yeah, man. The 90s, man. I don't know, man. But my 90s crush, Robin Givens, man. I'm talking about Boomerang Robin Givens.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh,
Robin Givens, definitely.
There you go.
Yeah,
boys.
definitely Robin
Love
Givens.
Robin Givens, man. She was it. She was it for me back then.
And Jada Pinkett was all right, though.
Yeah, of course.
Jada Pinkett was all right back then. I liked her when she was a little gangster in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Oh, man.
I liked that little when she was a little rough.
I love that movie.
Yeah, she was a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Nia, she did her thing, but yeah, it was Robin for me.
So where can people find the box? Let them know where they can get the box, where the box sets, the games.
You get the games from carsfortheculture.com.
Okay.
You know, you can get them from hellozumble.com too, but it'll redirect you.
Right.
Yeah. No, Hello Zumble is still our website.
Okay.
And they got like all this 90s news, articles, playlists, all that stuff on there. But when you scroll down, you will see the games too. You can click on them and it'll redirect you to Cars for the Culture, man.
This joint right here, man. Listen. This is it right here. I'm going to have to get that Friday one, though.
You gotta get
I got to get the Friday one.
Man, you know what, man? You the thing about these games, man, it says a lot about you.
Yeah.
It's like a music, man. Somebody come to your house and you got all of these different trivia games sitting there. The first thing they gonna do is it's like having a books on your table. It's like, oh, what are these?
Right.
Have a woman come over there.
It's coffee table type.
I don't need to say nothing else, man. You know the vibrations.
Yeah, that's it.
You know the vibrations. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibrations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like you had those things stacked on your table, and I think a lot of times people just want to have the games to have them. You know,
yeah,
like, I don't even have no friends, but I'm gonna buy them anyway.
Yeah.
You just have them sitting on your shelf because you never know, they might go away.
So, Hello Zumble is the Instagram.
Yep, and our
Hello Zumble is the website. .com.
Cars for the Culture.
If you got Spotify and all that stuff, there's a playlist. 90s.
Yeah, we got a playlist.
90s R&B playlist.
But the
new one
is Hello Zumble. Though.
Hello Zumble.
We got playlists on there.
Okay.
We got 90s R&B. We got the GTD playlist about to drop. What else? We got a podcast network that's on Spotify. You know.
Okay. Well, we're going to flip this out. We're going to flip this around, man.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, we can set up something Monday or Tuesday. You come on my stuff. Since you did this with Varnell, but this what Varnell did. What Martin did to Martin and Martin Varnell. Martin was like, "Well, shit, since you did my show, how about I come to Hollywood and do your show?" And Varnell was like, "Are you gonna be in Hollywood anytime soon?"
Right.
And he was like, "Nah." He was like, "Damn." He was like, "Well, if you were in Hollywood sometime soon, you would be on my show." But now you could really come on my show.
Word.
You can get your 2 minutes. You want just 2 minutes. But yeah.
So then that's the website. Sure. That's the Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, bro, I appreciate
you.
Come on, man. Look, man, let me get you. I'm gonna hit you with one more of these trivia joints before we get up out of here, man. Let me get you one more trivia. One more.
Got it right. That was dope.
One more random. Let me mix these cards up.
Ready to rock and roll.
Mix these. You hear that? That's it.
Woo. Yo.
That's it. We're gonna get you one more trivia before we get up out of here. Cause I want to make sure you get that good old shot in there. You know what I mean? Once again, man, Vibrations, the podcast. Yours truly, Mr. J Woods. I got my man, Jason G.
To come out.
All right, here we go. Picking a random one. This is easy. You should be able to get this one.
Come on, man.
TV shows Martin.
Come on, man.
Okay?
Come on, man.
At Martin and Gina's engagement party, Jerome said, looking like you done combed your hair with a brick. Who was Jerome talking to? A. Randall Cunningham, B. Cole Brown, C. Kid from Kid and Play, or D. Play from Kid and Play?
Randall Cunningham, man. Muffed him, man. He said, "Get out of my face, yuck mouth." That's what he told him, man.
Listen, man, this Vibrations the podcast, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Love.
All right, man. You're gonna do my show, man. You're gonna do my show.
Did you miss me?
Did you miss me?